Welcome back to my quarterfinals game of GPK. I didn't expect to make it so far, but I'm definitely pretty happy to do that. So my opponent is Hidster, and I think they're from the Forest Heart. I should probably look up their deck right now because, yeah, trees. It's from the Forest Heart deck, right? Yeah, with some cards from the new set. And I mean, I have faced them in the last GP, and they were on the same deck, although without the new cards. And I managed to beat them then, so let's see if I can beat them again. And who's on the play, actually? Wait, have I just not been recording my screen for the whole... how did that even happen? New OBS is... Wow. Well, anyways, if you're coming back here, basically this is the end of game one. I've had a really good start, but then my opponent countered both my layer and alphas and then landed two from the Forest Hearts, and now I'm losing, I think. So I take 8, so I'm dead next turn. And I doubt that they're dead next turn. But hey, who knows? Maybe if they have two... If they have one more bird, then I just lose. Well, I mean, at least it happened. At least the recording. At least I noticed that the recording didn't work now instead of way later. Yeah, I'm gonna try something else now. I'm just gonna go back to using this. Hopefully, it doesn't freeze again. And let's see. They're tapping out. Do they have other birds coming down? Even if they don't, there's no point in not flowing all this mana just because it looks cool. And they have a giant wall of lands. I wonder if there is a way for me to win, though. I mean, if they have another birds in it, there isn't, but if they don't, then what? But I already have, yeah, both layer and alphas are gone, so I only have one more layer and alpha left. There really isn't a way for me to win or force through that much more damage. And of all things, exiling everything. Yeah, I think this is probably a good time to concede. So yeah, good game, you got me. Anyways, on to game 2, where I'm gonna bring in all these guys because they're really good right now. So Dagway, Helene, Sackable. Okay, Sound Sale is useless. How necessary is Sackable? I mean, what? So they have some Coalesce. They have Standalone Saleable, which they're not bringing in. They have End of All Things, which is probably the only thing that I need to Sackable. They have Secrets too, but, you know, not really something that you want to be Sackballing actively, or that you want to bring in Sackable specifically for. So I'm going to board out Sackballs. And 2 more cards. I need Layerans to go over the top. I also need charts to go over the top, but maybe less charts than Layrans. Go into 3 charts. I mean, the game goes on, they just win, so I don't want to... Like, I don't have the ability here, they have it. And then I need to trim something else, which I guess will be Pill Scatter. Although that card's decent. It's really bad to... Bad command, I guess? No, it's not, but... No, I don't really know where else to cut, and the 3-drop slot is the most contested slot, so I should cut... Since I've charged the vast, I should start cutting from the top. So yeah, I guess that's what I'm going with. Hopefully cutting Chartavast there doesn't come back to bite me, and hopefully cutting the Bulls also doesn't do that. Like post-board, they get to bring in all of these good cards again. Wait, did that not bring in Forbidden Treasure? Well, how did I not realize that? Anyways, yeah, Pronouncer, are they bad here? Sort of. They're bad against from Forest Heart and Bant Command. They're good against most other things. Not good here. Do I just board out all the Pill Scatters? Like, if I just tried to play a valid game, I don't think I win, because... Actually, I should like diversify my threat suite because they can bring in Forbidden Treasures. So I'll take out one Recall, even though it's probably one of the best cards in my deck. This doesn't feel right, but maybe it is. Like, Pronouncer is better than Pale Scatter, right? Like, the dinky threats matter more than the big threat because their removal is... Well, no, they have board wipes afterwards. They also bring in Nature's Claim too. Yeah, Pronouncer is better against Nature's Claim because at least I get something from it afterwards. Yeah, sure, I'll go with this. I'm not very happy with my loadout, but I'll go with it. I'm on play again, luckily. I'm hoping for a good draw. This would be a great draw if I had a turn 1 untapped land, but I don't, so I can't keep this, right? Yeah, all this stuff lines up badly. But do I keep it anyways? Because I'm going to play. I can play Crumbling Shrine, tap turn 1. That gets me into another land. I don't want to take too many risks. I mean, there's a Forbidden Treasure, there's a Tameo. I think I'm like willing to keep this, even though it might be a mistake in the long run. I don't want to risk too much. So yeah, let's see what's on top. Okay, yeah, see? Crumbling Shrine gets me land number 2. Unfortunately, I wish I had Forest in hand instead of that, because I could have dropped turn 2 Tameo. 2 Pronouncers, So now I can go Pronouncer into Logger. But that doesn't actually accomplish much, right? You know, get stuff out on board. Might be worth it. Does lose pretty hard to Cosmic Sinkhole. But, you know, that's just the price of playing against their deck. Anyways, you have Cosmic Sinkhole. I mean, if you use it now, I think I'm alright with it. But yeah, not great. Because Logger Recluse just drops off the later you go in the game. I'm getting a lot of Forbidden Treasures though. So here I play Pronouncer Preserves and hold up a Forbidden Treasure? Or do I just go Logger and try to go on the beatdown route? So what can I be forbidding on 3? That would matter. They want it. I don't think anything. Yeah, I think they don't want to like keep up anything on 3 or play anything on 3 on their turn. They're gonna keep it up on my turn and already untap for Forbidden Treasure there. So yeah. Anyways, Pronouncer. You can Cosmic Sinkhole this again if you want, but you're not. Yeah, you're not going to. So maybe I should have. Yeah, maybe I should have held back Pronouncer because Double Pronouncer would have been really great since it gets a lot of tokens and starts swinging immediately. Anyways, yeah, also play out Logger just as a creature that can go on the offense. Their resolve, sure. They probably will end up turn ready for anything, but there isn't much I can do about that. So basically, I'm hoping for my Forbidden Treasures to hit something good because I kind of need that to happen for me to get an advantage here, since my start has been really slow. If my Forbidden Treasures do hit something critical, then I think that easily swings the game in my favor. So good thing to hit with Forbidden Treasure would be stuff like Sandrine's Command, Unraveling. How willing am I to play Recall into wherever they could have? Like if I don't do anything on Logger and Swing, then they take 3. They probably end up turn play something. No, they just end up turn Crack the Clue. They're not going to play something. So yes, I should play something. If they have an Unraveling, then yeah, that's a problem. I think I play Recall Forgotten Aeons then. Just lead off on it. See what the response is. I think because Tamiyo is probably better if it resolves. They're going to Forbidden Treasure. Okay, yeah, maybe I should have played Tamiyo instead. Unfortunate. Well, there's still a way for me to get back into this, right? I mean, they know I have a bunch of Forbidden Treasures now, so they have to play a lot more carefully. That's a good thing I boarded out one of my recalls, I guess. Yeah, that's just me playing the lottery and getting a bad slot. So now what? I have no way to stop up from Forest Heart until I top deck Dagway. But actually, Dagway is pretty good against from Forest Heart because they spend all that mana, but they end up wasting it in the end. And if they don't draw more lands, then I'm in trouble. Alright, that Primal Resurgence is really good. Gets me another Pronouncer token, and then now I basically have more than enough mana next turn. So now I can play Tamiyo and have Forbidden Treasure up. I think that's probably worthwhile. And I should play out Primal Resurgence first before I swing because they might have Bant Command. Actually, I don't think I should swing in general because they might have Bant Command. I don't want Pronouncer dying because Pronouncer's making all of my Primal Resurgence is really good. Or, no, maybe, I don't think it matters enough. Let's just swing first, just make them tap out for Bant Command. Or no, I want to get at least 1 green Antelope from that. So yes, I will play Primal Resurgence first. If you counter this, I am willing to fight over it with Forbidden Treasure. Resolve? Sure. Alright, so now I get to... Do I want to leave Logger Recluse back? I mean, I'm not pumping that guy this turn, right? Like, they don't know that I'm not pumping it this turn. Is there any point in leaving it back to block? Yeah, for Tamiyo in case I pull in Bant Commands. So anyways, show me the Bant Command. No, you don't have the Bant Command. Alright, so you probably have Unraveling, in which case I can play Tamiyo and then untap the land and still have Forbidden Treasure up. Wonderful. So unless you have 2 counter spells, then... Well, you have... Well, if you have 2 Cosmic Sinkholes, then feel free to, use the 2 Cosmic Sinkholes. No, they don't. Okay, did you just not realize that I had Forbidden Treasure up? Oh, I see what's happening next turn. Well, I can't mine Tamiyo now. I have to untap with Tamiyo on the forest, but that leaves me with Forbidden Treasure up, so that's actually really good. And is there anything enlightening that I can know from looking at this? Not really. Alright, but I think I'm in a really good spot now, because now I know that my opponent has From the Forest Hearts next turn, so I know that I need to plus Tamiyo here to prevent the Children of Clouds from dominating me next turn, right? Alternatively, I just minus Tamiyo here and draw some cards. Yeah, I'm willing to plus Tamiyo right now. I think it's better to have Forbidden Treasure up as an option. Layer and Alpha. The thing is, Layer and Alpha is really bad if Tamiyo ever dies, because then I just can't cast it anymore. And it's also really bad because I can't Layer and hold up Forbidden Treasure in the same turn. I just can't afford to have another Layer right now. I need more mana or something. Problem is that they drop From the Forest Heart, and they have From the Forest Heart in play. I only have 1 Forbidden Treasure to hit whatever they get off that. They have Nariba coming down, so like From the Forest Heart plus Nariba, now they're drawing tons of cards each turn. And again, I don't really have that much damage going through right now. I think Forbidden Treasure hitting Children of Clouds probably gets rid of their scariest spell that they can have, so that's probably what I want to hit with it. Play on Nariba. They're not going to play out From the Forest Heart. They activate this? No, they can't. So what are they worried about? What are they holding up? Children of Clouds? Do you want to hold up Children here? I guess the Children's, I Forbidden Treasure it. Maybe they have a counter spell up now? Well, I don't know. Helene. Okay, that's also a really good card. So yeah, I'll Helene instead of layering off this turn. So I'll play out Helene, or I'll Tamiyo plus and then play out Helene. and then minus Helene so that they can't play from the Forest Hearts anymore. No, I think it's better that, so the better play for me is to attack with everything, make them bait out the children for, frankly, not that much, Forbidden Treasure it, and then play Helene off Tamio plus. Yeah, that seems pretty solid. So yeah, let's go with that. So I'm gonna attack first. You want the children's now? I mean, even if they have a counter spell, at least that means they can't use children's to break the Helene dance anymore. They just take. All right. Interesting. Well, I mean, I always play Helene here, right? The problem with playing Helene and minusing her is that like Children's goes into the Helene minus, and then from the Forest Heart comes down, and then what, right? I need to play in a way that makes them. They're not gonna bail out the children. They're gonna end up turning children, I guess. And it just doesn't line up very well, no matter what I try to do. Do I just minus Tamiel then? Well, Helene minus lets me deal with the children without using a Forbidden Treasure, so I can save the Forbidden Treasure for something more dangerous, I guess. Well, is that what I want to do? And I think the answer is yes. Also, it means it protects my Planeswalkers for a turn. Forest Heart comes down and starts making these giant lands. But I have a Helene down, so I can plus Helene and swing. Yeah, maybe it works out. Maybe it doesn't. Anyways, Cameo plus. Or let me just plus her first. The top card, the Chart of Vast. Alright, do I want that? It's very dangerous because charting requires me to tap out. And I really don't want to tap out here. At the same time, I think that's how I want to pull ahead in this game. But do I need chart? Like, I can Tamiya minus pretty soon. Unless something really bad happens, I can Tamiya minus to draw some cards, and I don't need chart right now. If I bottom chart and draw a land, is that better than having a chart? I think I'll keep chart on top because it is the late game right now. I should be digging for Dagway, right? Because that thing's how I deal with front of Forest Heart. But this can find Dagway. I'll keep chart on top because I'm greedy like that. I can't bear to put chart on the bottom. So yeah, Helene comes down. They're gonna crack the clue right now. Okay, good. Are they gonna? They just straight up concede to Helene? Wait, why though? Well, I mean, I won't take a free concede, but I feel like they still had some game left because they used Children to crack the Helene emblem and then slam from Forest Heart next turn, and then I still can't deal with that thing until later. Well, anyways, that was fun. But now I have to win a game on the draw, which is going to be a lot harder. In fact, they want Car. Like, no, Card's way too expensive, right? But like, if I can ever get Card down, is it worth playing 6 to play a card and then minus for it, kill it from Forest Heart and flip layer and alpha? I mean, that is a really ideal play. The game never goes that long, but it just decides to Cosmic Synchro if that happens. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but the fact I'm even considering it in the first place is, well, I don't know what to say about that. Anyways, I guess I just run this back. Maybe I want more Penalty Hours because I'm on the draw, so I want more ways to accelerate. But Recall is doing a decent job. But yeah, good point, because these guys are a lot worse on the draw. Well, I don't want to keep thinking too much though, so I will run this back. If I regret this, then whatever. I deserve it. So please give me a good draw. That's not a good draw, unfortunately. So please give me a good draw here, and this is a passable draw. I bottom land, and then I just hope to draw into payoff. If they have turn 1 Cosmic Synchro, then it's not the worst thing in the world, because at least it didn't throw off my curve that much. But yeah, let's see if they have the turn 1 Cosmic Synchro. They don't. Wonderful. I'll put in the Wayfarer Shrine tapped, because why not? Okay, so yeah, I'm really hoping to top deck something good here. In fact, I'm willing to, well, if I top deck one of the fetch lands, then, Okay, so I play Renouncer Preserves and hold up Forbidden Treasure. That's what I do. Right, yeah. If they play Cosmic Synchro, then is that fine? No, that's actually kind of bad because I don't get to Helene next turn. Then resorting to Logger Bashing. I mean, that's fine, right? Yeah, I mean, if they didn't have Cosmic Synchro 1, that I know for sure, because they definitely would have Cosmic Synchro if they had the chance to, my 1-drop. Right? Yes, wrong thing, enchanting wrong thing. And I'm going to crack my Wayfarer Shrine when they're tapped out so they don't get a chance to confirm it. If I want to start attack, no, I want mana up for Forbidden Treasure or Helene. Because of Court, that's a problem because it prevents something from being Forbidden Treasured. And I boarded out all my sack bowls. I'm just hoping that this game won't come down to a Forbidden Treasure, or whenever they try to play something that needs to be countered, they don't have enough mana to secrets it. Alright, let's see. Crumbling Shrine. That's an outright draw. I should crack Wayfarer Shrine now so that my Crumbling Shrine scry actually matters, and they're not going to confirm me in response. Alright, Crumbling Shrine. My D-flip. That gets me Layer on Alpha next turn, or it gets me Helene this turn. Do I want to Helene or Layer on Alpha? I think I want to rush Layer on Alpha so that the turn afterwards I can still Helene with Forbidden Treasure backup if I draw enough lands, right? Yeah, rush Layer on Alpha. And what if they just don't have any counter spells? Helene with 3 and treasure backup is way more impactful than Lair and Alpha with 3 and treasure backup, at least. So yeah, I pump Logger Recluse swing, and next turn I try to drop Lair and Alpha. Right, seems solid. I mean, this thing does bring them down to 11 if they don't have anything. I guess they don't have anything. Alright, sure. If they want to do anything funny, I still have Forbidden Treasure, so, like, yeah. Actually, maybe I go Helene with Forbidden Treasure backup instead of Lair and Alpha. The only thing that stops me is a big Cosmic Sinkhole. If they play a big Cosmic Sinkhole, they can't reprise secrets onto it, right? Yeah. Okay, I think I have a pretty good plan now. One more, another Helene. Interesting. Okay, well, do I attack first? Yes, I want to attack first so that I can get Bant command out of their hand. Just attack these guys into their board, because Helene is always minusing, and I'm not pumping Logger Recluse this turn. Right, yeah. Yeah, I should only attack these guys in case they Bant command end of turn and kill my Helene that way. They just take. Interesting. So, Wayfarer Shrine, do you confirm this? Did I resolve? Wait, I just realized I can't Helene and Forbidden Treasure at the same time. Ah, crap. Maybe I should have thought about that before I made this play. Well then, so how do I recover from this? I have to Lair an Alpha, but it's post-combat, and that's really bad. Well, fortunately I can't really come back from this. Like, I just have to go ahead and type play, and hope my opponent doesn't have it. And maybe they don't, because, like, if they had a counterspell, they would play it already. But they counter my Helene, and then next turn I tried to jam another Helene. The right play there was Helene and then pump Logger Recluse and swing. That's what I get for not tracking my mana properly. And yeah. Hey, maybe you don't have a well, no, they get to have Secrets of Court up on whatever counters I play. Yeah, that's just not good. Okay, maybe they don't have maybe they can't stabilize, but they're gonna get From the Forest Heart down, so I'm just hoping they don't have that thing in hand. They don't. Okay, wonderful. And they're not even placed on top. So yes, they don't have a second unraveling either, because if they had that, they would have played this on top so they can secrets it. I'm really hoping to draw a blue land. Okay, that's just insulting at this point. Well then, maybe they don't have another counter spell. Yeah, like this this implies to me that they don't have another counter spell, or at least one that I should care about. And it also implies that they don't have it from Forest Heart. What if this went Lair and Alpha? If I play Lair and Alpha and they counter it, what's the worst thing that can happen? If I play Helene and they counter it, then I can at least still swing with Logger Recluse and pump it. I mean, I won't be able to Lair on Alpha next turn, but that's not great. If I play Lair on Alpha, it gets countered. At least I can still Helene next turn and try to hit Forbidden Treasure back up. Yeah, so it turns out I should have put my land aura on the island instead of the forest. Maybe that's something maybe that's just a lesson I need to learn, because I feel like this is the first game I lost because I don't have the blue sources. If they have a second unraveling, if they have a second unraveling, they definitely would play this on tap, so they don't have a second unraveling, which means it should be safe for me to try to jam something into their board. The question is, do I jam Liran or Helene? And the answer is, who knows? I think I jam Liran Alpha because that's the thing that would do the most for me if nothing goes wrong. And like, I'm just banking my opponent not having anything. And if they don't, then I still get to jam Helene next turn, but if I try to jam Helene, then, okay, do they not have a counterspell? Okay, so I'd have to dig for a counterspell now. Good. These don't have it then. That'd be really nice for me. They can also draw into a Wrath, but if they play a Wrath, I just slam Helene next turn. The fact that they're taking so long to decide means that it's a good thing for me, because they probably don't have it. Okay, good. Please don't be a counterspell. It's not a counterspell. Okay, I got rewarded for going for the Helene play. Oh, okay. Oh no, that's fine, right? I just swing the wolves against each other. No, it's not, because the antelopes... Oh no, I just swing out with everything, and at least 2 of them will hit. And these guys just block the wolves pretty well. Either ways, I get 2 3/3s coming through next turn. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so they trade out the wolves off. Okay, sure. I mean, these guys get big, so I don't mind. So if you have a Wrath effect, then I just drop Helene next turn, hoping that you don't have a counterspell. And you probably don't, because you were digging for one and you didn't draw it. So you have to top deck the counterspell now. So do you have a Wrath? From the Forest Heart, would that do anything? No, I don't think so. My board's way too wide for one from the Forest Heart to stop me, unless they also have some backup with that. I guess Children of the Clouds would get there. But yeah, I definitely could have played this game better if I stuck the land aura on the island, because that would mean that I would have Helene plus Forbidden Treasure on that one turn. Then Helene comes down and I minus her, and now my opponent's really screwed. Plains. Alright, do you have the Wrath? You have end of... Well, the good news is, you've tapped out of counterspell mana for Helene, because Cosmic Sinkhole won't stop the one Helene. Yeah, well, the good news is, again, my opponent can't counter this, I'm just going to minus Helene here. And then now they have to play something to break the minus, and then I guess they can Chandrine's Command during my turn to go to Helene, but then I can just Forbidden Treasure it, because now I actually have mana to do it. Anyways, yeah, Helene -2, but oops, have fun. And if I survive this turn and untap that blue mana, now that you can't really do anything because I can Forbidden Treasure everything you do, or no, you can get a non-creature spell through this by prizing secrets onto it, but then it'll make it cost more, so you can't really do anything that would completely screw me over. Actually, you can end all things with secrets reprise onto it. Yeah, that's the thing I'm mostly worried about. Hopefully they don't have it, or they don't realize that they can do that. But it seems like they do. Yeah, unfortunate. I'm looking to top deck something good here, because, well, I mean, I can just Forbidden Treasure for the rest of the game until I find something. Oh, that's not good. So my plan now is to animate Crumbling Shrine and do that beatdown that way. And there's nothing good in yard, right? Yeah. If they draw from the Forest Heart, I think I am kind of screwed. And they probably have drawn it by now, because they've been digging for a while. And Forbidden Treasure does not stop from the Forest Heart. Is that the Forsaken card? Unfortunate. Yeah, so the fact that I did not put the land aura on the island has basically cost me the game. That's like just something I did on turn 2 instinctively. It mattered this much. Hopefully they tap out for the Children of Clouds and can Forbidden Treasure that. Like, they know I have Forbidden Treasure, right? They Forbidden Treasured me earlier. Or, no, they have it. Huh. They have no idea I have Forbidden Treasure. Maybe they get baited into a giant Children of Clouds, and I get to punish them for it. Or they just have Counterspell backup. I mean, that also works. Or actually, end of turn, I'm going to animate Crumbling Shrine. I have nothing better to do with that mana anyways. But they can Inabel things it, I guess, but then I get to Forbidden Treasure it. And now sort of makes mana. That's all I can say about it, I guess. This time I'm actually going to put it on land it's supposed to go on, which is the island, so I can get 2 Forbidden Treasures for the price of 1. And I just pass here, no point in attacking. So what are my outs here? Daigui, putting one Forest Heart back on top. I mean, they already amassed 2 turns of untaps off this thing, so I don't think that works. They're good. Wonderful. At least I get to use my first Forbidden Treasure. And I managed to snag a second Forbidden Treasure. They get the Children with Forbidden Treasure backup, and that probably just ends me. But maybe they get greedy and don't hold up Forbidden Treasure because they don't think I have a second one. I just need them to get greedy. That's how I win here. Maybe, no, I think I got greedy because I should have held up Forbidden Treasure. Or opponent's Forbidden Treasure, Children of Clouds. Well, no, Forbidden Treasure stopping at 5-4 is probably good enough. Like, I wouldn't have known that they had this Children of Clouds in hand. Okay, yeah, please just get greedy and tap out. So what else can I do here? I think I screwed myself over by not holding up 2 Forbidden Treasures. Like, if they end up all things, this Crumbling, actually no, if they hit the Crumbling Shrine, then I wouldn't be able to do that either. Yeah, there was no good outcomes for me there. Burning Clouds? Yeah. So, yes, I have to do this because I'm just going to use it to cycle my Forbidden Treasures. Force them to use theirs. Am I out of Forbidden Treasures already? Interesting. But yeah, that basically just seals the game for me. And actually, it kind of basically lost this game off my own misplays. That one, first of all, by putting the Pronouncer aura on the forest instead of the island on turn 2, and then second of all, by not realizing that I couldn't do the Forbidden Treasure plus Helena play until I tried to go for it and realized that I didn't have the blue sources. Because if that turn I instead just tried to slam Lair and Alpha, it probably would have gone a lot better. Like, they counter Lair and Alpha, and the next turn I slam Helene, and then that resolves. Like, they desperately dig for a counter, but it resolves. But Helene comes down ticks. They still get, okay, yeah, they still get, like, Court plus the Exile, but then the turn afterwards, but they can't play from Forest Heart in the same turn, so I just drop another Helene. The turn afterwards, I minus her again, and stop them from playing the Forest Heart. Is it my turn? Oh, right. Well, yeah, this is unfortunate. Am I just dead? Okay, fine. So it turns out I'm not going to get the 4-peat. And yeah, that's the end of my DPK run. Still sort of kicking myself for making that small misplay on turn 2 that spiraled into a game loss, but that's the sort of stuff that happens when you don't play carefully enough. But yeah, see you next GP.